discussed about the concept of irrationality. Root 2 is an irrational number. You may see the theorem which we have discussed yesterday. Okay, and what is the method of proving this? You just have to know a very common concept, common thing between all the solutions was there. Have a look. This is that root 2 is an irrational number. You may say this is okay, guys. And what is it saying? Root 2 is an irrational. Under root any prime number like 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, these all makes the number irrational. Okay, and the proof steps of proving, let root 2 is not irrational, then it will be rational. The method which we employed yesterday was contradictory method. In the contradictory method, we suppose first the number is not to be irrational. If the number will not be irrational, then this will be rational, and if it is rational, then can be written in the form of what? In the form of p by q, and p by q form, it means a by b. I have written here this, where a and b are co-prime. The meaning of co-prime means they do not having any common factor. Is that clear? So what we have done here this later, and after solving this, we obtain here this 2 is a factor of a, and further also again we have obtained here 2 is a factor of b. 2 is a factor of b. Is that clear? If 2 is a factor of a and 2 is a factor of b, it means that 2 is common factor of a and b, and this is against what we supposed earlier. What we have supposed? We have supposed a and b are co-prime. It means all the thing mathematical operation we have performed here all correct and according to mathematical concept. But the thing which was not mathematical was your assumption. So this is a contradictory situation is occurring here, that what we suppose, we first suppose they are co-prime, but later we prove here that they are not co-prime. This is due to our supposition. So we can speak here, our suppose 2 is a factor of a and 2 is as well as b. This is contradiction to the supposition that root 2 is not irrational. If it is not irrational, then it is rational. You well understood here this? Okay. Now look, the next is further using this, it means that ready-madely we can imply this under root n, where n is a prime, is always irrational. To prove 5 minus root 3 is an irrational, we are to prove here that 5 minus root 3 is irrational. How can we prove this? It's very simple. It is, you may say this 5 minus root 3 is, so we have written this as it is. You may say this, okay, and after that we transfer the 5 to the right side, we have transferred it, and what's going on this, or also a by b can be transferred to the left, 5 minus a by b further. And why we are doing this? To the left hand side will bring non-irrational, and right side rational. Is that clear? So this will help you to understand the rationality and irrationality. So we may see here this a and b are integers, implies that 5b minus a is integer, 5b minus b is integer. So these number of steps that we have discussed yesterday. Is that clear, guys? Now today we will discuss some more concepts in mathematics that will help you to understand this. Okay, guys, see the class assignment 4. Question number 2 we have done yesterday, question number 3 also, 4 also I made it. This question number 5 is there. How can we solve the question number 5? The question number 5 is prove that root 3 minus root 5 is irrational. Root 3 minus root 5. To prove this, the question is, what is the question? To prove root 5 minus root 3 is an irrational. Is that clear or not? Okay, guys. Now look, the next we are to prove this. How can you prove further? It's very simple, same contradiction method. The number of steps, the solution line we will repeat here. What are the solutions line? We will suppose here, let you consider a, consider what? A and b are integers, say no, consider root 5 minus root 3 is not rational, sorry, not irrational, and therefore then they are they are what? They are rational. They are rational. Therefore, they can be written as 5 minus root 3 is equal to what they are? A by b. They can be written in the form of a by b. Is that clear? Now, the procedure. You may see this. What is the odd one out here? This. You may see this root 5 and root 3 both are irrational. One more thing I want to tell you. Two different number irrationals are there. You would have a study in the 9th class. If m and n are prime numbers such that root m and root m, this will be what here? Irrational number. If I will add them, I will subtract, I will multiply them, I will divide them, then their result will be again an irrational. Is that clear? So, directly can be written here this, the difference of two irrational number is again irrational. Okay, but this method you cannot apply for the examination purpose. However, it is correct, but the valuationer is expecting you to write down the analytical solutions that generally given in the different textbooks and in your NCERT textbook also. Is that clear, guys? So, what is that? Have a look here. So, further is to be solved here root 5 and root 3. So, root 5 and root 3 both are irrational. One irrational is to be transferred to the left side. Root 5 is equal to what is that? A plus 5. What next is root 3? A by b plus root 3. Further, irrationality, either side irrationality is appearing here. So, you just make the square of that, squaring either side, squaring either side. Squaring either side will make the is root 5 whole square, and what shall be it is? A by b plus root 3 and whole square. Expand it, this will give you 5 and it will be first term square, okay, plus 2 first term and second term plus second term square. Okay. So, what next will be this? A square by b square and twice a by b, and it is root 3 plus 3 there and there 5. Is that clear? You well understood here is how to write down the solutions. And this is irrational, the rational appearing, this is rational appearing. So, this is to be transferred to the this side and this also. So, 5 minus 3 what shall be this? 2, and this is to be transferred also here, this a square by b square is equal to twice a by b and here root 3. Further, this to be solved here, 2b square a square divided by b square is equal to twice a by b under root 3. You may see to the denominator b once here, b twice occurring. So, once b will leave here, it is a twice b square minus a square divided by b only, and here is twice a, okay, and under root 3. You may say this. Now, this is a rational part. This rational part is to be transferred to the denominator of the left. So, this expression can be written as twice b square a square divided by twice a is equal to root 3. You may say this. The left hand side. So, again you will write here, since a comma b are what? Integer. They are integer, implies that twice b square minus a square and twice a are integers, implies that twice b square minus a square divided by twice a is a rational, Why this is rational? Because integer squaring the integers again become integers, then this will also be here integer here, and this is also integer here, integer upon integer, rational number here. This is a rational number which is equal to root 3, which is equal to root 3. You may see here this, that is irrational. that is an irrational. That is an irrational. Okay, this is what can we speak here? Contradiction to the supposition. Contradiction to the supposition. Contradiction to the supposition. Therefore, our assumption fails. Our assumptions fails. What? Therefore, what we can write here this? Therefore, root 5 root 5 minus root 3 is an irrational. Is that clear? This is the simple method to prove this else. Is that clear, guys? A very simple way to prove that answer, to irrationality of that. Okay, guys, I think you would have seen here the number of steps are common here. Similarly, see the home assignment, root 2 is irrational. I think we can prove here. The third number question also can be done. Second, 3 root 2 is irrational. So that 3 plus 2 root 2 is irrational. Prove that the rationality again here given this. You may say this. This question number 5th is also same here. Prove that root n is an irrational number if n is not a perfect square. Perfect square means it can be a prime, it can be a composite, right, guys? I hope you can solve this question. According to examination point of view, question number 3rd and question number 5th are important here. So 3rd and 5th, just I told you the method today. I want to raise your confidence for the first of the 4th one question. See the first of the 4th, 1 by root 2. So how can you write 1 by root 2? Solution number 4 and first. Clear? 1 by root 2. This is to prove here it is irrational or not. So same line will write down here. What same line will write down here is? These number of lines will write here. To prove this, what will prove here this? Consider like this. Okay, these lines are important. Yes, these lines are here. Here we'll write down what? We'll change this. 1 by root 2 is not irrational. And if it is not irrational, then it will be rational. So we can write 1 by root 2 is equal to what? A by B. So where A and B? Where A comma B are integers. And if they are integers, then again this is to be transferred here, it's a B, or this is here to A, or this root 2 goes here this. So this can also be written here this. Also I am telling another operation. Okay, so what will happen here this? Since A comma B are what? Integers. Implies that B by A is what? Is rational. B by A is rational. Implies that, sorry, if B by A is rational, which is equal to what? Root 2. That is an irrational. So what? Hence our assumptions what? Our assumption fails. So what we can speak of this? So what? 1 by root 2 is an irrational number. Is that clear, guys? The simple method I just tell you. Now next is the same way, class assignment 4. After that, class assignment 5 also you may see this. This is a new topic that we'll discuss later in the next periods. It's sufficient for the day today, and I will expect you to solve the questions these again here. Root n is irrational. Okay, Then I will also tell you the let x be a rational. Well, assignment 5 will just attempt tomorrow. Is that clear? I think here what we can speak, just like the question number 5th I am just saying here. Please will appreciate this. We just want to discuss you what type of question comes in examination. In examination means we can see the paper that the previous year have been asked here the paper MTP you may see. I am just telling you the paper that I have collected from the previous year sections. Okay, like that is I usually give that 10 to 12 papers, but these papers include the questions from the NCERT textbook or reference and the CBSE board questionnaires which had been already asked in the previous year examinations. Okay, these are the papers. However, I have just given the logo of Senko, but the question has been collected from your CBSE question papers. So you may say what kind of question comes here, this that you have studied, how much worth marks you have prepared still now. So I am telling this the questions that mark has come in the exam. That is that, let me see, 39, sorry, where is that? The first question is from the first chapter, and which of the rational number? Third question is from that irrational number. Please tell me. First question, the least number which is divided by. Least means what? Least means the smallest, the least number. What you have to find out here? Obviously, the least number means LCM is to be found out here. So LCM, can you find out there? What is the method of finding LCM? Question number third, which of the following is rational? 22 by 7, 3.1416. and 1416 is, and there is also 14114, 11114. The D is irrational. Why? What type of decimal expansion is this? Neither repeating nor terminating. So this is irrational. 2 mark questions have been asked from the chapter number first. Where the one more questions also I thought this came the last year. You also could see the paper here. Where is that? Next paper we can see here. No, it's RX. Paper number 9. Yes, question number 5. SCF of this number is LCM of this number. You have to find out here. 1 questions, 1 mark. Thus, next question here. Question number 10. You may see. Every odd integer is of the form. What? Every odd integer is of the form q plus 1 2q. What is that? q plus 1 or 2q? I think 2q is there. Odd is saying here this because we need to give the even reference here. Yeah, 2q plus 1 is odd because odd is always given as a reference of odd number. Sorry, odd is always given as a reference of even number. You may see. Where is that? 2 mark have been completed. Next, actually these are the same model type 2 question paper. This is model 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15. These are the module 1, module 2, module 3 types questions are there. These, okay. This is module 1 question type. This is, we were watching here this module 2 was there. Only 2 mark questions have been asked from the first chapter, and in that, so where is that? Okay, these are the same types. So 2 marks is also there. The first question you may see SCF of P and Q will be, and second also find, no sorry, fourth is also coming from the first chapter. 7th is also coming from the first chapter, And next is area. Yes, 3 mark questions are here. This you may see 3 mark question. Okay, so I think these are very easy questions you can attempt here, but I just want to tell you already the question have been asked for that what we can speak here for examination purpose. Is that clear? So what next is it? See the study textbook yours. Yeah, 1.3 root 5 is rational. In this question, revisiting the rational numbers and the decimal expansion. So decimal expansion will be the topic of tomorrow, and that we will discuss tomorrow, the decimal expansion. It will already you have learnt here. I can also perform the activity that will help you to understand. Is that clear, guys? First you will attempt these questions today that I gave you, otherwise this will be very burden for understanding yours. Okay, study until these questions you will appreciate. Okay, home assignment 4, question number, please note question number 2nd, question number 3rd, question number 5th. Okay, these questions to be done here. Okay, guys, and previous year also you may see here. If you are not finding in paper, you may see previous year questions are here. Show that any positive integers of the form 3q and 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2. Okay, same question. So that any positive integer of the form this. Prove that n square minus n divisible by 2. Okay, how can you prove the question number 3rd? Prove that n square n means divisible by 2. So you will suppose n be a positive integer. Okay, and so n is equal to 2q you will suppose. So 2q n square minus n. So what you will here, already I told you this, n is equal to 2q will suppose. Okay, the method of solving question here, n is equal to 2q. So what will here, n square minus n, what will it be, n square minus n? So 2q square plus, minus and 2q. Further it's a 4q square minus 2q. So what will be it is 2 common, it's a 2q square minus q. Okay, so this will be a positive integer. Okay, here it will be taken as a n. So what can we speak here? Whatever n is some positive integer. So n minus n square minus n is coming as a 2n. So is divisible by, what we can write here, is divisible by 2, right? So this will be positive integer. So according to Euclid division lemma, b q plus r. So here b is 2. So how many r can be there? R can be here, r can be. So therefore r will be 0 and 1. So for r is equal to 0, implies that n is equal to what you have supposed? N is equal to 2q is a positive number that you have proved. For r is equal to what next is 1. This is again positive. N is equal to 2q plus 1 is a, this is positive integer. Again you will put this value in n square minus n, and further is to solve. Okay, you will see the divisibility by, you may say this, 2q plus 1 whole square minus 2q plus 1. So what shall be this? It's expand it. So first term is square plus first term 2 first term and second term plus second term square minus 2q minus 1 1 cancels, and further it shall be 4q square plus 4q and minus 2q, and it's what shall be 4q square plus what shall be this 2q. What is common in them? 2 is common. However, some people think that if q is also common here, then why we are not taking q, because we have to show the divisibility of, yeah, you may see this is of the form 2m. So what we can speak here, for any n positive or positive numbers, it is n square minus n is divisible by 2. So here we check the divisibility. This is divisible by, this is divisible by, what we can speak here, 2. Understand here this? Is that it, guys? Okay, thank you very much, and please really appreciate your assignment. Is that good? Thank you very much. Nice try.